Hi cities, how are you doing? Welcome to Naya Same. If this is your first time of coming across this channel, sweetheart, kindly smash that subscribe button, turn on your notification so you are notified each time I upload, and please give this video a thumb up. I appreciate you all so much, and I am saying a very big shout out to every one of you for all the love and support you all give me here. I am truly grateful. Thank you all so much. So today, this video will be pissing a lot of Karen, a lot of Ray and C's up. Yeah. But sometimes it's good to piss them off. Like piss them off real good. Because you can't say you are anti-black. You can't say that you don't like black community. You can't say that you use the N-word and use some racial slurs on black people. And everything around you are being invented by black people. I mean, it's time to clean up your house because you can't be anti-black and still sit on things that were by black people. Yeah, it's time to clean up. If you don't like them, bring all of them out. I mean, there are so many people that will need them. And this video will show you a whole lot about what I am trying to say. Yeah, because you can't say you do not like black people, but all around you, everything around you are black. Step this to the screen. I'm gonna roll this clip. I am here to piss them off, real God. We'll come back to talk about it. Let me know what you all think in the comment section. And shut up.
If you're really committed to being a racist in this country, you can't unsee what I'm about to show you. You might want to start checking Amazons for blankets because this gas furnace behind me, you don't get to have one of those either because that was invented by a black woman named Alice Parker around 1920. She received a patent on it. Yeah, that's how we stay warm today. I mean, if you love potato chips, they gotta go because a man named George Crumb, a chef in New York, had sent French fries out with a meal and a customer complained. So what did Mr. Crumb do? He sliced potatoes so thin, fried them up, dumped a bunch of salt on them, and sent them out. And that is the American delight of potato chips. They gotta go. Here in the bathroom, Lotta Newman patented the first hairbrush with synthetic bristles in 1898. And she's just the third Black American woman to ever receive a patent. Now, I know this isn't going to affect those skinheads very much. In 1892, George Sampson of Dayton, Ohio, received patent number 476,416 for what is the forerunner of the modern dryer we use today. It's going to suck drying your clothes outside. In the late 1880s, Samuel Scottron of Pennsylvania patented the curtain rod. Ooh, let's go piss off some white girls. It's going to be really hard to plan racist rallies without a color monitor. Invented by Mark Dean, an engineer at IBM, he is also on 3 of the original 9 patents of the IBM PC that came out in 1981. Did you know in 1897, Albert Crowell in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, developed the mechanized ice cream scoop. You know, the click, click that separates the ice cream from the spoon, changing the way ice cream is served. And if you're racist and an ice cream lover, it's going to get worse. I told you it's going to get worse. Augustus Jackson, the father of ice cream, pioneered many of the methods we have today to enjoy ice cream, including the way we salt it. Another thing about being a racist, you're going to have to give up the freezer and frozen foods because Frederick McKinley Jones of Ohio, who was orphaned at 9 years old with a 6th grade education, a young biracial boy, grew up to invent Thermo King, which is the reason why we have frozen foods that are shipped and stored in stores and our homes. You got to give up ice cream and frozen pieces? So if you still want to be a racist, there are some things you're going to need to purge from your life. If you would, just put it out on the curb. I'll send some trucks around to pick it up, and we'll go give it to real Americans who really need it. Have a great day. If you're really committed to being a racist in this country, you can't unsee what I'm about to show you. You might want to start checking Amazons for blankets because this gas furnace behind me, You don't get to have one of those either because that was invented by a black woman named Alice Parker around 1920. She received a patent on it. Yeah, that's how we stay warm today.
We really want to play this game? All right, let's play this game. Now, if you're really committed to being a racist and hating white people, pay attention. And don't come to me, black people can't be racist. Yes, they can. Oh, well, the telephone's gone. Alexander Graham Bell. Oh, and if you like to, be on social media or be on the internet or FaceTime your friends, say goodbye to that because that was created by a man named Tim Berners-Lee, a white man. Well, technically that was the World Wide Web. The internet protocols were by 2 other white men as well. Or what about the light bulb? The stuff you use to keep, light in your house? If, you hate white people, well, you better stop using those light bulbs. Thomas Edison. Also, I'm pretty sure Edison created the electric heater as well. Oh, and if you'd like to listen to your radio in the car, on the way to work, can't do that anymore. Guglielmo Marconi. Oh, and if you'd like to watch TV when you get home, or, if you enjoy watching TV, say goodbye to that as well. Philo Farnsworth. And also, if you use a computer, say goodbye to that. Charles Babbage. So if you use it for work, personal use, doesn't matter. Like I said, Charles Babbage, and amongst others, but they're white. Oh, and if you ever decide you want to fly somewhere, can't do that. The Wright brothers. Oh, and if you ever, let's say you break your arm or something's going on and you need to go to the doctor and get an x-ray, can't do that either. Wilhelm Röntgen, I guess, that's how I think he's German. Or if you need to get an MRI, nope, can't do that either. Paul Lauterbur. Or how about the engine that powers your car? Internal combustion engine? Nope, can't do that either. Nicholas Otto, so, you better get used to walking or riding a bike. Or if you need a refrigerator to keep your food cold, can't do that either. Carl von Lind. Or what about a microwave to warm your food up? Nope, Percy Spencer. Or what about air conditioning when it's really hot? Can't have that either. Willis Carrier. Am I saying that racism is okay? Absolutely not. I'm just an equal opportunist that goes both ways. But when you think about it, I guess it is kind of good that we've got white people advocating for black people and black people advocating for white people. And I'm not being sarcastic, I'm being serious.
If you're really committed to being a racist in this country, you can't unsee what I'm about to show.
Liberals on TikTok are trying to rewrite history, and in typical liberal fashion, anyone who disagrees with them or calls out their lies, they claim is a racist by saying things like, racists aren't going to like this. After that, they state a historical inaccuracy or an absolute lie, like police were invented to catch freed slaves, when everyone knows police existed for hundreds of years in Europe before the slave trade even came to America. Every nation in the world has a police force, many very similar to ours. But in this video, there's a more egregious example, I think, because I love potato chips. And he says potato chips were invented by an African-American in the 1900s. Guys, potato chips existed in Europe for hundreds of years before that. In fact, the first mention of a potato chip in America was in a cookbook from 1818. So people need to realize liberals lie because they know other liberals never investigate.
White America, listen up. And all my black fellow Americans out there, you might want to tune in. No government agency, no politician, and no amount of money is ever going to solve racism in this country. Ever. It's not possible. The solution will always be a series of compromises. And this weighs on me heavily. I spent a lot of time thinking about this. How would I verbalize it? I'm just one man. I'm just one voice. How can I be the change that I want to see in the world? Black people don't need me to speak for them. They don't need our handouts. They don't need our approval. They don't need our charity. I had a prison cellmate teach me this, and it still resonates with me today. He explained to me, because black people don't need, but what they want is our genuine respect. Now, do you even understand what that means by genuine respect? Respecting them as peers, as equals. I love black Americans. I have a deep love. And it's because of the community. Rap is probably my 5th favorite music genre. It has nothing to do with that. It's the amazing people within this culture. The ultimate underdog is black Americans. And they have continued to shine and shine and shine. And if we're not careful, they're going to outshine us. Here's the thing. I don't know how we fix it, but I know how we take a step. And the first step is really short. I know it's difficult for people, but once you take that first step, it's a lot easier. People will say, why do I have to offer respect first? Why don't they show me respect first? Mainly because black America has never done anything to white America. We've pretty much been the bad guy in this story. We have culpability Because the things, our grandparents, we had our ideology from our parents, our grandparents, our great-grandparents, and that goes all the way back to slavery. You have to remember, Black Americans have their ideology where they're very cynical and not trusting of white people. So I understand when I approach, some Black people just don't want anything to do with me. I get it. They're not trusting. Totally understand and respect that. I'm not offended by it. If they knew me, they would have a conversation with me, I like to think. But 99.9% of the time, when I show genuine respect for a Black American, God, the amount of love and respect you get in return often is greater too than what you've offered them in the first place. You ought to try it sometime. It doesn't mean waving at somebody in traffic or just holding the door. Stop and have random conversations. Broaden your world. Broaden your perspective. Because you'll find Black Americans are just like us. And they just want to live a happy life and belong and be equal and treated equal and be respected. And it's incumbent upon us to show it to them. Otherwise, it's never going to happen. A divided house cannot stand against itself. We will fail and we will fall. And white people, if we keep doing what we're doing, we're going to get what we get, and we got to live with that. Have a great night.
Start from the first video. I mean, a lot of Karens ain't gonna like that video, but then you heard it. If you do not like it, you see all those things in your house, bring them all out. Yeah, because you cannot be a ray and seize, and you are using things invented by Black people. And it looks like the Black people that discovered all that ain't even getting all the publicity and all that, because most of them do not, because they think, they always say that they are the standard, like, everything evolves around them and all that, right? We need to sing this. We need to, like, put it up. They need to know it. They need to see it. You cannot be anti-Black and you have all those things in your house. You cannot be a Karen, you have all those things in your house. You cannot be a Ray and Sis, you have all those things. Bring them out. Yeah, there are people that need them. If you don't want them, just bring them out. Are you gonna give up? Are you gonna give them up? But then you keep hating. I mean, you all keep being mean. You all keep being and unaliving and doing some shitty things to Black people. I mean, I think it's time you already sit down and think about yourselves, like, and really do a think about the things and the harms you all are doing to Black people. You know what? This is where I'm going to draw the curtain. Thank you all so much for all the love and support. I am so grateful, and I will see you all in my next video. Bye for now.